The journey back to Radiant has humbled me yet again. This week, I'm reminded that I don't know how to shoot my gun against moving targets. Neon has been my kryptonite, and I've yet to find a solution to it. He just jumps around and then slides, and I'm lucky to land a bullet. Despite that, we were able to climb from Immortal 1 to Immortal 2 as we try to keep our mental together. If you're new to the series, I'm documenting my journey back to Radiant after quitting for a year. I'll be streaming Monday through Friday from 11 AM to 3 PM Eastern, starting with a warm-up and then hopping into my ranked games for the day. Okay, so just to start with a quick recap, we played 22 games this week and had 10 wins and 12 losses. So the first game this week, I actually played Neon Lotus. I couldn't tell you why I picked Neon on Lotus. I just kind of felt like it and thought it would be fun. And have fun I did. The first gun round of the game, I just have my hands out jumping around and then I get smoked off and I decided to just slide in because I think I have a timing. I didn't clear my corner and then I died. That pattern kind of continues this game as I'm getting used to Neon, but luckily on the next gun round, I do a quick fast C. Just running around, you know, I'm jumping around mound and I catch the killjoy, good haunt by my fade. After that, I kind of just run into the bomb site thinking he was solo C and, you know, I didn't want to use my wall or my stun because I didn't think I needed to. And then I spot a few of them water, I run up onto site and then I use my stun, slide and get 2 kills. After that, you know, like I started the round with 3 kills, you know I got to run it down. I'm having fun. The Cypher ult pings the Clove and then I just slide through the smoke and get the Clove. Fast forward some terrible movement and then I just jump spot the jet op and then I get that kill and then I get my ace. Don't worry, that's the only thing I did pretty much for the rest of the game. The round right after the ace, I was like, I'm gonna go fast C again, and then I try to run up C and I try to slide and basically I pressed the wrong button and pulled out my knife again and I die. Okay, you guys are gonna be proud of me for this. Remember last week how I was struggling with my mental? Take a look at these clips. We ended up losing the half 3-9. I'm like, all good. 9-3 curse. Fast forward to the round win, and then my team has this mental boom because he got lurked up on C.
Bro, that C orb is never free. There's always a lurk.
No, there's not.
Or they could always come back.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Are you fucking dog shit? Shut up.
They're still going on as the round is starting. Front B, front B, front B. I'm calling front B. I'm getting run down. I still get 2 kills.
The pistol round. The fucking first round.
Yeah, 2 front B, 2 front B. 80 on the Gekko. 80 on the Gekko. Spam calming their HP. They end up fighting together. We close out that round. And then as soon as he says,
Throw your fucking game.
Go ahead.
yo, whoa, don't throw, bro, don't throw. Just mute him, please. Just mute him. Nah, just mute him, bro. Just mute him. I need the RR, bro. For me, bro, for me.
You don't need the shit. He don't need the shit. It's all good. You get
No, but I do. Come on, man. For me, bro, just mute him, please, please, please. Me and Raze end up winning a 2v4. I say me and Raze, he actually just got all the kills. You know, me being the hype merchant, you know, the vibes merchant, I'm like, yes, bro, yes, bro. That's why let's go, dude. You're the best. Winnable, winnable. Go team, go. And then the round right after, I call the C trap play. Just listen. Yo, Raze, can you come see? They got Gekko and Killjoy ult. I think we could do a trap play mound. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we have the super complex C trap play because they have the Killjoy ult and the Gekko ult, and it kind of feels like they're going to go C. They end up not using any util to take C mound, and then my teammates end up contacting it and getting the kills. And then we kind of just run it down on them. I get traded, and we win that round. Fast forward to the next round, they still have the same ults, right? So we still have the same trap play, and I just want you guys to see it. Now.
Spike down, C.
On the left, chat.
So, behind you guys, the door.
It's perfect, bro. The mental is up. I'm making comms. We're doing trap plays. They can't do nothing. We're making a comeback. I say all that, it's pretty short-lived, but I do want to show this nice shot here. Now, despite all of our valiant efforts, we do end up losing this game. I'll just break down the last round for you guys. So we had ace space, we had the one way, it was looking all good. I decided to rotate off because I thought they were just going to go C. They had Gekko ult, we had ace space, like they just saw us use all this util on A. Of course they leave, right? As I'm rotating off, kind of just expecting my teammates to hold the A space and not push it. Well, they end up pushing after the one-way fades, or maybe when the one-way was still up, I couldn't tell. And we end up losing the round because they died. Suddenly, the round goes from a 5v5 to a 2v5, and it's pretty much over. But despite losing, I had fun. I still had 6 first bloods, and I was playing Neon, having a ton of fun just running around, and I kept my mental up, so I'm pretty happy about that. Moving on to the next game, we are playing Viper Bind. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best agents on the map, just because she has really good stopping power, and you can kind of like do cross-map smokes on defense, and attacking can have that lurk wall. So for the defense setup, I was just pretty much using my orb on default on A, just to kind of split up the site and also try to go for plant denial. And then I would run all the way over to B and use the wall that goes through the teleporter, so it covers off hookah, B-long, and shower entrance. This kind of allows me to use a smoke on either site depending on which site they hit, and I felt that it had pretty good impact. Some additional tech that I wanted to show you guys is on this Viper ult. So I end up getting a 4K here, but what's more important is actually the visual settings. So if you pay attention during this clip, you can tell that the enemy player outlines are kind of popping, like it's highlighted. Basically, when Viper ults, she has an advantage in the ult because the enemies have like this glow around them. I'm pretty sure your teammates don't get that glow and the enemies don't get that glow on you. It's just the Viper. But to kind of exploit this and make it a little bit more bright, I turn on bloom, and then I also have my anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering on 4x and 8x. Those last two settings, 4x and 8x, I still use that even outside of the Viper ult because I like the outline kind of being a little bit more glowy compared to just the rigid lines with none and 1x. So flipping over to attack, Viper is normally known for having a lot of pressure A short because you can do that default wall down short and then also throwing an orb U-haul. On pistol round here, I try to communicate to my fade, hey, I'm going to put wall and orb up. We get into my orb, fight the guy U-haul. He doesn't make the timing with me, but you can kind of see what I'm going for there. I don't get the kill, unfortunately. If I was a little bit better, I could have, but that's the whole idea of what the Viper lurk up A short could look like. The problem is, for the rest of the game, I wasn't actually able to do that. I would go A short and they would deadlock wall it. Now, the deadlock wall doesn't really matter if we're 5-man rushing it. Just like in this round, we go quick, I put the orb up, break the wall, molly off U-haul angle, and we kind of just run up together. By the way, if you're doing an A execute and you're playing Viper and your teammates have the standard smokes on both sides of triple, if you do that orb U-haul, you can kind of clear front sight first and then drop the orb U-haul to, you know, fight it after you've kind of controlled the space. So that's exactly what we do. We get the bomb down and then the orb drops and we try to fight U-haul together. I get the trade on the deadlock. After that, me and Gekko clear U-haul together and I grab the bulldog and I end up clutching with the bulldog with some body shots. So to try to highlight another round with the deadlock wall situation, I put my util up, swing through, kill the jet, and then they deadlock wall, I fall back. I start shooting the wall and then my Omen does this TP play and then dies and then asks me not to put the wall like it was my fault.
Yo, can you not wall off start, please?
You know me, keeping the mental together, I don't say anything, but you know, in my head, I'm just like, what is this guy even talking about? Then you can see this other round here, I'm trying to lurk and then I put my wall up and they deadlock wall and I just immediately leave. Pretty hard for me to get value playing Viper on attack when I'm playing against deadlock. I found out I probably should have tried to lurk showers, but it just felt so risky if they wall off short and I don't break it. Their sole attention is going to be on showers if I lurk A, so I, you know, instead of trying to lurk, I just go with the team. Speaking of going with the team, I just want to show you guys the importance of taking elbow control if you can on the B post plant. So in this round, I immediately know we have to do a play because it's down 4v5. As soon as I'm leaving long, I'm like, can we take elbow? My Gekko being the GOAT, he ults me into elbow and then I have elbow control and I get the kill with his ult. Now, the main reason why elbow control is so important is because it allows you to kind of fight the spawn guys, but it's also denying one of the choke points that they can come out of and you have less to worry about during their retake. So that's something to try in your next bind ranked game. If you can, take elbow control and bonus points if the bomb is planted front sight, not in that little corner so you can see it. And you can have a pretty good post plant from that. Fast forward to this round, 12-11, A post plant, I have my ult on the bomb. Unfortunately, they fatal and I'm bit and I'm kind of just trying to hold and stay alive. There's no one in front of me in the ult and they actually end up sticking the bomb, which takes us to OT. All good though, because we do end up winning OT. Thankfully, our fade gets a 1v3 clutch off of time. And that actually ends my last game of the day. Now, it's a little bit short of a day because on Mondays I do the VOD reviews, which by the way, if you guys don't know, I do free VOD reviews on the Monday streams at the start of the stream for 90 minutes. And you guys just bring in a VOD and I quickly review that. We do like the raffle on stream, all that stuff. But that's why I only played these two games on Monday. So starting off on Tuesday, we are actually 1 RR away from Immortal 2. This game we're playing Fade on Lotus. I know I keep playing a bunch of different agents. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that frustrates me the most is losing the round right after winning pistol. It's just so frustrating because then your economy is completely wrecked, you have no util, and it should have been a free round win. Well, that's what happened to us to start off this game, and I'm trying to keep myself from imploding, as you can see here. Defense doesn't get much easier. This round here, we're trying to do the A fight, but then we get Gekko ulted, and I just have too much util in my hands. Looking back on it, one of our duelists probably should have tried to take rebel control so that we could have, you know, had some type of crossfire set up. But in this case, we're all just grouped up in this little corner. And then we got Gekko ulted and lost the round. Our Neon was actually AFK or something, like he was just late to the A fight. And then we get the classic hindsight comment after the round.
We should be able to win A fight. I don't know what you guys are doing.
But it's all good. This time we do the A fight again. And then, you know, this time we actually have our Neon. He pops ult. We run it down. We're able to trade out. And we win the A fight. Unfortunately, our struggles don't stop there. So this time we're trying the C fight, and I have the angle. In this case, I have double flash. You'll just see the round. 3 flash C.
4. How am I shooting util and they're still crossing, bro?
I also wanted to go shoot it. We didn't coordinate that well. So, you know, I'm getting blamed because we're both shooting the util. Like, you know, it's like his fault, my fault, doesn't really matter. It's both of our faults because we didn't communicate who was going to shoot the util if they came and re-cleared us. You know, I'm just trying to keep my cool here because I was trying to work on my mental this week. After the round is over, he brings it up again and I try to explain myself.
Like, how are they swinging me, dude?
I just explained it. We both shot util. They also had double flash.
Are you hiding though? Like they're just right
the
side.
mount angle is blocking it. I tucked to shoot one flash, you know? Now, I could definitely work on my delivery here. I sound a little passive aggressive or whatever. I'm just kind of fed up with it, but I try not to lash out too much, you know, like I'm not yelling at him or anything. But we end up pulling it back and I kind of just try to de-escalate the situation by saying it was just a lack of coordination to try to move on. Speaking of moving on, before I do, I want to quickly say that the Clove on my team is very good at the game. That's Addison. He used to be a Fortnite player, very good at the game. I don't really have any problems with him personally. I actually like it when he's on my team because we can win because he carries me. There's nothing personal with this engagement. It's just ranked. People get heated. People get frustrated. Valorant's frustrating. My mental was banned last week. Just something to think about for you guys going forward. It's just Valorant ranked players. We end up getting a 5 on defense, and honestly, that's pretty good considering it's a 3 bomb site map and the lack of coordination early on. So this team, I think, individually was just better than the other team because on attack, we kind of just steamrolled them. I'll show you our B exec. Even though we had worse guns, we kind of just went together and, you know, I was trying to make sure I was using util to help my teammates. My Neon ends up sliding heaven, killing 2, but in the post plan, it kind of breaks down to a 2v3. And I was pretty proud of this. I noticed that we were getting pinched from A-Link and C-Link. I make the decision to Prowler to delay A-Link as I run over to help the Neon C-Link, and then I ended up getting both kills. Now, the Neon actually ended up splitting from me, but ended up working out. And that story of team fight together and we win kind of just worked for the rest of attack. Going back to pistol round, we kind of just ran it down and we just had the free bomb site. And jumping over to our gun round on the A fight, even though we got util dumped and they fought us back, we were still able to come out on top. Now, despite all of the running it down working, I want to show you guys my favorite strat that actually isn't really just running it down. So basically what you do is you start A, you fight for that space, and then as soon as they smoke you off around that orb area, you can pivot by breaking the door and just going B. And most of the time you actually have a free bomb site or you're just really fighting one person max. I personally think that this is a flaw on Lotus, that attackers can kind of just pivot wherever they want to when they run into too many numbers. You can do the same thing that if you're B, you open the door and go C, or if you go C and there's too many people there, you open the door and go B. It's actually kind of stupid, but you know, it's there and we should abuse it. So I end up winning that round and I'm just going to hop over into this next round. So going for an A execute here and I actually end up going tree. I think it's important to go tree. I feel like not enough people actually open the door and go tree sometimes. Like we just all run stairs. So here, I'm just making sure I prowler my teammates through tree, and then my Raze follows up with rocket. If you have any like nade util or molly util, make sure you throw it at drop, just because that angle is kind of annoying sometimes. And the thing that I want to highlight in this execute is how I don't rush the plant. Now, I would have went for the plant, but I got naded off. But as soon as I get naded off, I know that like that means that they're trying to fight and flood. So I'm trying to keep my gun out and just making sure that we have the situation under control. Unfortunately, it doesn't really feel like we have the situation under the control once the smokes fade away. My stairs player dies. We don't really have drop control. Like no one's actually dropped. We have a player under heaven. So in this situation, I decided to tap and hold stairs because it feels like they're ready to fight us and we're not all grouped together. Thankfully, that tap baits out the stairs player and I kill him. And then I also notice my killjoy is on the flank. So I'm trying to delay as much as possible, just tapping and repositioning based on where my teammates are. And then the last one is spotted drop with my haunt and I'm able to just completely pivot and then go to a different bomb site and play the 2v1 from there. We end up winning this game 13-7 with a nice crossfire with the killjoy. So even though we had a pretty rough half, right, 5-7 going into attack, we literally did not drop a single round on attack. I think that's for a few reasons. Number one, Lotus is just attack sided with a 3 bomb site map and you can pivot wherever you want to. But also I think there's a lot of strength in kind of just running it down with the teammates and using the util to take that space and being there to trade. In other words, if you think your teammates are individually better, create a plan that is simple enough to utilize your players. And that's kind of what we did here and we pulled it off. And thankfully, that game was actually my rank up game back to Immortal 2. So we ended up playing 3 more games that day. I'm not going to bore you with some of the games. One of them was an FF, and another game was just kind of like a low impact game where I was playing Astra on Abyss. I pretty much just wanted to show you parts of this Omen Sunset game where we were struggling with the A post plant. So generally with the A post plant, what you kind of want to do is either play a crossfire on site, or you want to try to control one of the lanes, either spawn or cat. In this post point, you can kind of see like I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm trying to get timing. I'm holding spawn with my jet. My teammate wants my smoke, so then I smoke for him, but because I smoke for him, I lose timing to trade my jet, and then now I'm in an awkward position, so then I try to reposition, and then I shot in the back. A similar kind of thing happens the next A post plant where I'm planting, get delayed by the Silver ult, and then I try to plant again, and then my teammate Cat dies, and we're kind of getting pinched. I don't really have time to reposition anywhere because we don't have spawn control. And basically it just feels like we have no space, you know? I end up getting the kill, TPing out, but I lose the clutch. So the next A post plant comes, and this time the Silver ult's again, and this time I decided to just tank the hit so I can get the bomb down quicker, and then TP out so I can leave the site and actually go for a wrap play. There's a few benefits of the wrap play, but one is that you actually don't have to worry about this whole space thing and you can go and clear your flank. But two is that sometimes you can catch unexpected timings because they don't expect you to be coming so late. And that's exactly what happens here. Because I kind of came up lane so late, I'm able to get some free shots in the back and secure the post plant. Despite our efforts and a close game, we end up losing 14-16. All good. That was our last game for that day, so let's go ahead and hop over to the next day. Okay, and this is where the pain starts, guys. Start off the day with a Cypher Sunset game, but just take a look at the whiff. This kind of starts my hate for Neon. I never really played against Neon before I quit, right? Because it was mainly just Jet and Raze as the meta duelist. And now there's this agent that I'm supposed to be able to counter with tripwires, but then there's shock darts on the other team. It's just like, it's not really working. So my solution to counter the Neon is buy a shotgun back and just shotgun the guy. And that works for a round. You know, I get my sweet revenge. That doesn't mean, though, I can kill Neon every single time with a shotgun. Take this round, for example. I have this great timing with the Gekko flash, and I'm supposed to walk up elbow and kill this guy. I whiff, and then he just obliterates me. My luck doesn't improve at all, so we're doing an A exec here, and I throw a tripwire, and then it sounds like this guy satcheled up on the box, but then he didn't, and then he spams me, and I die before even making it onto the bomb site. And then we have another failed A exec, and this Neon's just running through the smoke with his laser beams, and I can't hit him. And we end up losing that game 8-13. So you can see this is where the Neon struggles begin. Fast forward 3 more games and we run into another Neon. You can just watch the round. I mean, this Neon just aces us. Mark it. On site, can we scale site together?
C2.
There's us there.
3 on site, 3 on site.
Okay, no one's fighting.
Last player standing. Ace.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even really know what went on this round. Like, I got stuns, and then I waited, and then I came back out B main, and then I got tagged by a drone, and then I came back out, and then none of my teammates have space on site, so then I'm like looking site, and then I turn around, and this Neon's killed my entire team, and we get aced. Unfortunately, that doesn't get any better on defense. I decided to get on site to help my teammate. I smoke A main, and then we get Omen blinded. I counter blind, get hit with the stun, and then a molly comes out, so I'm forced to peek and fight with my Reyna. 1-2 seconds later, I don't know, I'm getting shot in the back by the Neon, and it's just like, bruh. The thing is, like, stuff like that would never happen when I played against Jet and Raze, because it was a lot easier to track their entry path. But like Neon Wall, if they're really good with how they use it and kind of just figure out where you are in space, like, she can really just run through a site, like, take up so much space quickly, and it's very hard to track her position. And then another round with the Killjoy ult, when they're coming out A, this guy literally just jumps out of a smoke, and I can't kill him. I mean, I do some damage, but like realistically, if that's any other agent running through the smoke there, I kill him quick enough to kill the second guy, and we have a successful site hold. So, I mean, we end up losing that game 4-13. I only have 5 kills. You can see I don't really know how to play against the Neon yet. Like, at this point, I'm just thinking about playing retake against the agent or playing shotgun up close every single round. I don't really know the answer yet. You guys have any solutions? Comment down below. So moving on to Icebox, I want to show you guys some tech. If you can get on the A post plant and you can kind of play around this dice/under heaven area, I like to call it God spot. But we've talked a lot about post plant so far in the series, and here's another one. So basically, if you go under rafters, there's this off angle that you can hold that sees the screen's peak, but you're safe from heaven. And that also allows you to then peek out into heaven so you can get a timing peek. I could go on and on about this position, but I stole it from some pros. If you look up less Icebox 1v4, you'll find it. Some other tech, if you play Viper, that's good to know is default walling B and orbing mid, which is kind of what I do for the majority of this attack. Now, I don't think all of this is necessary. You could probably just hold your wall in your pocket and just use it on the site you're hitting. But against Killjoy, I like to have the option of looking up mid and B because she has so much util to cover all of the flanks. And then last but not least, here's some tech on the A bomb site. If you're going top pipes, you can do like this little crouch jump to get onto the little slant to get a much higher angle when you go top pipes. The way you do this jump is you jump, crouch, and then uncrouch when you're kind of getting on that slant. And that lets you kind of route super quickly on the left side and find all these left side angles. So we end up winning that game 13-6, and I match MVP, which ends the day at 130 RR. And then that takes us to Thursday of this week. I decided to play Astra on Abyss again because I've been struggling in this map, and I kind of like Astra of the Omen. And our attack half was fine, but the problem is on defense, I literally was playing retake sim like every single round. So the start of the retake sim is on the 7-7 round where we're on bonus. This continues to happen. I'll just show the compilation here. I checked after the game, but every single round we lost was when I was on the wrong site. Aside from one round, which I think was the last round of the half. And the reason why it was working when I was holding the bomb site is because I'm not afraid to go for the site hold. So on this first round here, I have a Guardian, and they're kind of executing. I smoke, I suck, and I'm just playing for the hold. And something that I'm very proud of in my gameplay is I won't play retake and fall back if I don't need to. So in this game, they don't have that much util to push me away. It's just a jet dashing in, and I'm able to hold my ground backside and get that kill. And because I hold my ground backside, my jet is able to go through heaven, drop down, and then get his 2 kills as well. And that's really important. Take this round on B, for example. They're trying to hit the site. They don't have a clean exec, but I take the timing to go and reposition backside. We're able to have a very easy B hold due to my teammates getting kills, and then I'm just cleaning up the scraps after. And then on another A hold here, they're coming out, they Gekko ult, I suck, break the ult, and kill the jet that dashes out. Okay, so I understand the problem, right? Like the site that I'm not on, my teammates just aren't playing for the site hold. So listen to my solution here. Maybe Selva, you play mid rotator, and then someone else could play the site. And then you can just float with your dart. Okay, so you know what's extremely frustrating is even though I solved the Sova situation and he's playing rotator, let's go back to that round with the Gekko ult. I run out to help my deadlock. Smoke, suck, fighting, break the ult, get the jet kill, reload, swing again, get another kill. And then at this point, I'm like, oh, surely we just had a flawless site hold. And I'm thinking to myself, my deadlock's probably here to trade me, right? He's probably on the left side looking for a timing, or he's right behind me looking for a trade. Turns out, as soon as I die and I look at my Sova's spectate, our deadlock's in spawn next to Jet. Now I know as soon as he died, he was right next to me, but he literally just left. As soon as I died, he just left. And he wasn't even looking for a trade with me. And that's been the problem this entire game. If I'm not on the bomb site, then my teammates are playing stranded and they just don't play for the site hold ever. So we're in constant retake. We end up losing the game 10-13. This is probably just one of the more frustrating things is playing retake simulator. Even though I try to fix it, it's just like there's only so much you can do. And my deadlock wasn't really calming anyways. Actually, speaking of no calming, that takes us into the next game. So turns out the 2 teammates that I had on Abyss, the ISO and Deadlock, that was no calming, ends up being my teammates again on the Icebox game, and they're playing Jet and Killjoy, and they are also no calming. The thing is, we have a pretty clean attack, as you can see here. We go B, I hit some nice shots, I get a 2K. We pretty much just continue to go B for the rest of the half and just win more rounds. And I end up winning this 1v2 on the B clutch, and that takes us to 8. We end up closing the half out at 8-4. The problem is I'm just forced to play retake on defense. So on pistol, they did a B fake and planted A, and then I'm playing retake. Game progresses and somehow it's 9-9 and I'm playing another A retake. And then we get to 10-11 and we're playing another A retake. Now you might be thinking, Dopai, why don't you just play A? I did. I'll show you. The round I played A, I played close maze, got that first kill, pop my wall, reposition, go gen, get another kill. Guy stuck jail, molly that guy, we win. Easy, right? Problem is I can't be everywhere, right? I just can't be everywhere, and I just need some type of communications with my teammates and like an actual proper site hold or like some delay. That just wasn't going to happen this game. So we end up losing that game 10-13. My teammates pretty much was just like fully mute. My arena was calming like a little bit and then just went mute later on. It was just me and my duo calming. Thankfully, my luck starts to come up with this next game on Haven Omen. Now, shout out Ghastly, because this guy was actually calming, and we actually ended up playing double smokes on this map. And just take a look at our defense. Let me just show you some of the highlights. So on pistol round, I get away with murder here. I just peek along, get a kill, and then I just run away because their jet did like this weird jet dash entry. And then our first gun round, I have A control, and our teammates actually held the other site. I didn't have to play retake. And then this other round here, this is where the power of double smokes comes in. I had still a few seconds on cooldown for my smoke, but my Clove is right next to me. I'm like, yo, can you smoke mid-site? Basically, we can always have a mid-site smoke on the C hold because we have double smokes. And that allows the C anchor to stay alive longer and the CT's player to kind of find a timing to go through the smoke. So in this case, I break dart and then kind of just holding my ground. I end up killing the logs guy, which then gives the opportunity for my Clove to come out of the smoke and he gets 2 kills. Did I say 2 kills? I meant 4 because he actually ends up getting 2 more. I mean, our defense was so good that we can even win on eco. Like, take a look at this round that they A-rush. I can reposition short because we have that smoke. And then somehow my teammates are just picking up kills left and right, but there's just so many smokes and stuff, and we can kind of just play all of these positions. That mid-site smoke, I'm not going to let you guys forget it. Take a look at this round where we get Vice ulted. I'm like, yo, can you smoke mid-site? That buys time for me to pull up my Vandal. which then nets me this kill on Sova, and then I'm able to reposition back site without getting killed because of the smoke. And then I whiff on the Vice. You don't have to worry about that. But you can see the power of that mid-side smoke on C. I just want to show you one more C hold when I'm rotating in this time. I smoke long, I smoke mid-site, I run out, and then you can see me kind of just flood. I'm able to reposition from CT all the way over to plant because of that smoke. And then we close the half 8-4. Attack was pretty easy. I showed this one way before, but I'll show it again if you haven't seen it. If you can get onto A site and you throw this one way on CT, it's pretty much always a guaranteed post-plant win. So we end up winning that game 13-7. This next game on Omen Ascent, I kind of just want to show you guys, we got 1v5. You can just look here, this guy hit some insane shots. I'm not going to break down that game a little bit more because there wasn't really much to learn from. So let's go ahead and hop over to the next one. Now we're booting on to Sunset. Game, we had the same teammates from before on the Haven game. Ghastly and Demo were on this team again. But the thing that I wanted to highlight on Sunset is if you can control A main and you have the better A main fight, you should go for it. Which is pretty much what I did on repeat on defense. I just, fight A main, I get the orb, fight A main, get the orb. Our first bonus round, I boombot, then our Omen blinds, and then I nade if they're fighting it, I just farm the orb. When I do have my ult, I'm able to kind of just go for an ult play. So my favorite one on this map is just ulting from top mid down tiles to pinch A main. That gets me a free kill on the Yoru. Here's just a quick compilation of me taking A main control and farming the orb. We ended up with a 10-2 half. That's pretty much just off of the back of having all of the A main control. As for attack, we ended up winning 13-9 our Omen clutches and closed out the game. That ends the games for Thursday. We are ending 142 RR. And finally, we reached Friday, the last day of the week. Before going into these games, I wanted to do a quick ad read. So if you want, you can just skip ahead. Here's my offer. My coaching program is 8 weeks and the guarantee is you would gain 300 RR. That sounds like something that you'd be willing to pay for and is valuable to you. Check out the YouTube description down below or the Discord for more details. Okay, so for the first game on Friday, I actually ended up playing some Jet Abyss. And I actually just wanted to show you guys some of my kills. So, I'm actually shooting back a little bit. I even managed to get this 1v2 clutch. Unfortunately, even though I was hitting shots on defense, we only ended up with a 3-9 half. It still doesn't stop me from getting a few more kills on attack, like this 2k in vents. But we do end up losing. I just honestly wasn't that comfortable with Jet. I feel like I didn't have that much impact despite getting all of these kills. Probably could have played a little bit more aggressive. Would have helped if I knew how to op. So hopping into this Clove bind game, I wanted to show you guys this comeback. We actually were down 1-7. And then we decided to slow down attack. This is the thing about bind attack, okay? The slower you play your attack rounds on binds, the easier the round becomes. It's just like the most dumb thing ever, but just trust me on this. So this round here, it's 2-7. We're walking up slow A after, doing nothing for a few seconds. It's, almost a minute on the clock, and we do an A pop. And the thing is, the longer you take on attack, as long as you don't die and you kind of burn some util, you can somewhat easily take the site because they either just are spread out because they don't really know what's going on, or two, they just don't have any util to stop you. So with that change, we were able to squeeze out 4-8 half. And as soon as the round is over, my teammate says,
4 is great.
And then I check my scoreboard and I see that I'm 1-1-1-1-1. So I make a wish. I wish to win this game. Okay, you guys heard it, right? Let's check out defense. So on pistol here, I kind of lost timing and I got deadlock naded. Instead of smoking short, because I would have been too late, I actually end up smoking myself off U-Haul. That buys time for my teammates to rotate into U-Haul to help me, and we actually end up just winning the U-Haul fight. We get lucky with a few more good A-holds, like this round, for example. I don't really know where their smokes are, but they kind of just ran out and we just shot them. My random kills too in U-Haul. Like normally when people execute A, they use smokes, especially on either side of triple. There's no smokes here. And then take a look at this other A-hold. I definitely feel like they're overcooking here, but I do the one way, and then this Jet uses both of his smokes to fake the U-Haul cross. The thing is, Jet smokes don't really last that long anymore, so it's not that much of a threat. And then they execute right after, but because there's no dash to pull our attention, it's very easy to break the Gekko flash and then just shoot the Jet that runs through. And then I know my smoke is fading, so I do this genius smoke. I'm not gonna lie, this was an accident. But I smoked close to me instead of on the box, which allows me to tuck from the brim ult and then kind of, get this kill here. We end up winning that game 13-10, and it was actually against Gekko. I didn't even know he still played. But you can see, the wish actually came true. Jumping over to this game on Raze bind, I want to show you guys my Raze. And I was straight up just finessing some of these kills of this game. So on this round, they're kind of coming up short. I use my nade to delay, and then I get in the smoke, and I realize I can actually jump on the box. Playing like a little rat, I get that kill and fall back. Didn't realize my teammates fell back showers, so I ended up getting caught, but thought that was fun. This round's nothing crazy. I just want to show you how quick this thinger can kill, though. Okay, and here's one of my favorite plays. So if I'm ever behind tank and they tap the spike and I still have my nade, I like to nade the plant and then satchel up as they're kind of running away, and I feel like I normally can catch a kill here. It's kind of risky, especially if there's still people short. So this is best done if you have like a one-way short or something like that. But I just go for the timing here. And don't forget the stinger, okay? Like, just take a look at this round. So here I play U-Haul, I get this kill. Immediately I reposition, and then I do the satchel on top of tank, but not actually on top of tank, like on the little box. And I catch this guy looking the other way. I mean, just look at these kills, dude. The stinger is just insane. And then another round, I have a pretty easy A-hold here. So something you can do is if they do that triple smoke and you kind of feel like they don't go up showers, you can actually play in front of that triple smoke and get a free kill, or at least just a free fight. That's how I punish this Sova. Eventually, I reposition into U-Haul, and then I call the flash and swing again. We had such a good defense half with the 9-3, and then we win pistol, and they actually FF, so we win this game 10-3. Which then takes us to the last game of the week. So for pistol here, I just wanted to show you the quick combo. You Gekko flash to help take the site, then you throw a wingman in, and then you kind of try to cover the planter. Lets you just fight with the team. Another thing that I like to do on Abyss, if I have util to take A main, is just take A main control and then grab the orb. Similar to what you would do on Ascent, except I think it's a little bit easier to do on Abyss. So in this case, I just Gekko flash and then farm the orb. After farming my ult orb so many rounds, I finally have my ult, and we just ult B, get the free bomb site. Even though I detain him, we don't get the kill, it's fine, get the plant down. And this map is also one of those maps where if you plant, you can just get off site and just play spam. So we kind of just all fall back here. Bonus points if you have a lurk. Shout out Bobo. Okay, so I want to break down the last round of this half for you guys. So here we start with the A main control and get the orb. You can do a lot of stuff after this. You can just go B, you can re-clear mid, you can slow and re-hit A. But in this case, we re-clear mid. Even though I'm not really shooting this half, like I think I have like 3 kills at this point. I still go for the swing because I have a teammate next to me. I get that kill, and then we get ulted. I got my movement, dodging the ult, and then as I come back and peek mid, I'm making sure I'm really thorough, and that allows me to hit the shot on the neon here. Ascent takes me to 5 kills. Let's go. So despite my low kill count half, you can kind of see like I still have pretty decent impact on the attack half just by getting A main control, farming the orbs, using my ults, and then just, you know, re-clearing map control with my util and getting the bomb down and stuff. So one important tip for you guys is actually how to approach Gekko's defense retake. It's very important that Gekko goes with the team. Number 1, because the flash is kind of weak, so you want to flash and go with your team. But number 2, you also want to stay alive so you can get that wingman on defuse. In this round here, I make sure that we're all heaven together. I'm calming my flash and I'm coordinating the flash and swing together so we can kind of just fight together and trade. And that gives us info on where the player bottom right is. I get that kill, and then we can trade out on the last guy. Our defense was getting a little bit scary, but thankfully our Omen was able to smoke the bomb and get that clutch defuse. So with that, I end up with 173 RR to end the week. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how the week ended. We obviously climbed in RR, but most importantly, I didn't really have any crazy mental booms. And when the mental was kind of going off in these games, I was trying to keep the vibes up. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for the patience on these releases. It's been a little bit late, I know. But hopefully it's worth it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.